Hey everybody, it's Holly
and Heather,
and welcome to a very exciting edition of Everything Elvis. Y'all, we are here with the one and only ultimate ETA Dwight Icenhower.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Y'all, we are so excited. Yes. Dwight is our very first Everything Elvis guest that we've ever had on and interviewed, and we could not start with a bigger and better guest than Dwight. Let me just tell you a little bit about Dwight quickly, and then we're going to talk all about some things. But Dwight is a multi-award-winning Elvis tribute artist. Listen to this lineup. He was the 2010 and 11 King of the World Champion, 2013 Images of the King World Champion, the 2015 Epic World Champion, and in 2016 he captured the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist crown given by Graceland and Elvis Presley Enterprises. He's traveled all over the world and the country promoting Elvis and his music and legacy. He has his own fan weekend and celebration every January in Florida. He also, in 2018, he appeared as Elvis in an iPhone commercial that was shown during the halftime show at the Super Bowl in 2018. He was the Elvis in the iPhone commercial, and he just came off of a Vegas tour where he performed at the Westgate, formerly the International Hotel, on the exact stage that Elvis performed on, and we're going to talk all about it today. So please welcome Dwight Icenhower.
Oh, thank you.
Yay!
Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah, we are so excited. Now, for those of you that know Holly and I, you know that we love and support our Elvis tribute artists, but we also know a lot of you out there that join us, a lot of you love the ETAs, some of you are on the fence. Maybe some of you don't really know about the Elvis tribute artist world, and maybe some of you out there are just Elvis purists and you're haters. But hopefully today, after you hear from Dwight, you learn his journey and his story, his passion, his purpose of Elvis, you're going to come away with a little bit better understanding and appreciation for Dwight and the Elvis tribute artist world.
I know you will. I'm telling you, once you all hear these guys, it's almost like the famous quote that Jerry always says. Is it Jerry that says, you know, bring them to Elvis and Elvis will do the rest? I feel like it's the same way with the ETAs. We bring you to them and they do the rest.
Yeah. So Dwight, let's start out first of all, because I think a lot of our audience knows you, but some don't. So just tell us a little bit about like Dwight, like where are you from, a little bit of your family, like where you grew up.
I'm from a small town in southeast Ohio called Pomeroy.
Okay.
It's a river city.
Okay.
And it's very, very small town. I'm talking like Mayberry, you know.
Okay.
Or Lanford, you know, if you're a Roseanne fan. But yeah, just small town life, and you know, everybody knows everybody.
Okay.
You know, kind of that kind of vibe to it.
Okay.
But I've been performing Elvis. I started as a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
And I had a fantastic band director, and he pretty much let me do whatever I want as far as, you know, what type of music I wanted to sing. We would do a variety show. When marching band season was over, we would do a variety show, and he asked me to perform as Elvis. So that's kind of how it got started.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I was going to say, because I feel like all of us, and you included, all the ETAs, are fans first.
Right.
I mean, you'd have to be a fan of
Yeah,
Elvis
I mean,
to want to, like, do the shows,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
you know, to do the tribute things to Elvis. But, like, I feel like we all have our story of the first time we ever heard Elvis or saw Elvis or who introduced us. How was that for you?
My mother introduced me to Elvis, his music, through the movie Fun in Acapulco. I'll never forget it. I just remember, I was probably 5 years old, I would say.
Oh, wow.
But I remember it. I just remember when I saw Elvis, and he just looked so cool. You know, even at 5 years old, you know, that sparked something in my little brain. And he just looked so cool. He was dancing around and singing beautiful, and all the girls were screaming. It was just the coolest thing, and it affected me. Like, it really just, I'll never forget it. You know, it's like, you know, where were you when, you know, John Lennon passed away. I'll never forget where I was, you know,
Yeah.
and how it felt the first time I saw Elvis.
Yeah. I think that's how we all feel. So I feel like, did you come from a musical family? Like, did you start singing young? Did you know you had the talent to sing?
You know, I would say somewhat of a musical family.
Okay.
I have an aunt who is a singer, an uncle who played guitar, my grandfather played guitar, but nobody that did it professionally or
Okay.
anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't like a, you know, everyone was a musician or anything
So you
like
literally
that.
just started singing and were
Yeah.
like, I can do this.
Yeah, I would always sing like alone. I wouldn't let anyone hear me. I was so nervous, you know. And the first time I ever actually sang for my mother, I made her, I turned around. I wouldn't look at her. I was like singing to the wall, and she was standing. She's like, yeah, that was good. You know?
That's unbelievable, because I'll tell you all this. If you're new to the ETA world and you have never seen Dwight, I call him the voice.
Yes.
Because he is got one of the best voices, and not just with Elvis. I mean, this man can sing it all.
Just a singer.
He is just a singer, and I just can't believe it. Like that you've never really had any formal training or anything.
No,
Like
you
just
know,
kinda
I was a trumpet player all my life,
Okay.
so I played in every band you could imagine: marching band, pep band,
That's
jazz
awesome.
band. I mean, I was in all of that. So being a trumpet player really helped me to be able to sing correctly.
That's
You know,
so true.
the air that you're producing, and you have to be able to hold those notes. It's the same if you're playing a wind instrument or if you're singing. You know, so it helped me a lot.
I told y'all the other night, it's God-given talent. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, you just cannot produce what you've got.
No.
I'm telling you,
It
you
is a
can't
gift for
manufacture
sure.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
So you said your band director had you
Yep.
sing Elvis.
Tony Dingus, he was
love
that was
it.
his name, yeah.
Mr. Dingus.
And he was just the.
Did he had he heard you sing and he was like,
He just
oh, you
knew
kinda sound
I
like
was an
Elvis.
Elvis fan.
Oh,
Like I was
okay.
in high school, I was the Elvis boy. Like everyone knew me as the Elvis fan. You know?
Okay, wow.
So he knew I was a big Elvis fan, and he asked me to. He was like, "Can you learn?" I'm like, "Learn a couple Elvis. I know all the Elvis
Yeah.
songs, you know." But he had me do "Shake, Rattle, and Roll," I think, and like "All Shook Up," "Hound Dog," and then I did American Trilogy, and that was my first little performance. Was in that variety show.
Were you hooked after that? Like, were you
Yeah.
like, the stage is for me?
Yep.
Did that begin your Elvis tribute artist?
Yep, slowly.
Okay.
I mean, it just kind of like was a slow snowball rolling down a hill, and then it just kind of took off. And right after that performance, our varsity football coach came up, and he said, "I'm getting married next weekend, and my soon-to-be mother-in-law is a huge Elvis fan." He was like, "Can I hire you?" And I'm like, "Hire me? I don't, you know."
You're like, I can make
don't-
money at
Yeah, I
this.
can make money doing this. But yeah, that was my first like gig, like
Yeah.
Okay.
paid performance was that. But yeah, the first time I ever got on stage, I knew that I would always be involved in music in some way.
Yeah.
You know.
That's so interesting, because like with us, when we were really little, we had no idea about this ETA world. We got into it when we were little. Eddie Miles, I don't know if you know him.
I love Eddie
Eddie
Miles,
Miles and
yeah.
Lou Vuitto. Because
Yeah.
we're from the East Tennessee area. They had shows at Memories Theater in Pigeon Forge, which if you don't know, Pigeon Forge is like a mini Branson. That's
Right.
what we call it. And that was our first introduction, but then that's
Yeah.
the only two. We were like, well, I guess it's just them.
Yeah.
Flash forward though till I think 2012, we saw on the David Letterman show when he had all of the
Yeah.
first 5 ETAs,
Right.
and we looked at each other and we were like, what?
Yeah, I was like,
Where's
and they were
this
talking
world?
about
Yeah.
Elvis Week, and we were like, a contest, Elvis Week. What is this? So then in 2013, we came.
We came and saw Dean win.
Yeah, we
Right.
saw Dean win, and I think you were in the contest that year.
Yeah.
We were.
And it was at the Orpheum.
Yes.
It used to be at the Orpheum, and that
I
was our
love the
first time.
Orpheum.
Yeah, that was our first time we saw you. And literally from day one, Holly and I loved you. You were like
Yeah.
one of our favorites,
Yeah,
and I told
for sure.
Holly that like as soon as I heard you, I was like, he sounds so much like Elvis. Like if you close your eyes, it's like listening to Elvis.
So how did you get introduced to like the bigger ETA world? Like how did you get into it?
You know, it's been so long ago now, 30 years. I just remember meeting majority of these guys and learning about this world through Elvis Week, because I've always gone to Elvis Week.
Okay.
I used to do the old images of the King when Doc Franklin had it.
Okay.
Elvis's veterinarian.
Oh wow.
So that was the first.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first big Elvis contest.
Did he start that?
He started him and his wife, Jackie,
Oh,
Jackie and Don
wow.
Franklin.
So that was like long before like
Yeah,
the
this
Elvis
was-
Tribute
This
Artist
was like
Contest.
in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
But that's where I met all of the ETA guys. Robert Washington. Robert Washington actually was the first Elvis tribute artist that like got me excited. Like that I was like, I want to do this. Like really, because I went to college for just a short amount of time, and the Elvis thing started taking off.
Wow.
So, but Robert, when I saw Robert, I heard Elvis singing, and I was walking. They used to have the tent, where you do free entertainment out in the parking lot. And I was like, that sounds live. Like that doesn't sound, And the closer I got, I was like, someone's singing that. I thought they were playing Elvis,
Yeah.
And Robert was up there, and I was just blown away, so he kind of is the one that like changed my mind. Do I want to be a band director or try this Elvis thing? He was the
Wow.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
Lou Vuitto,
Yeah.
I went to Memories Theater all the time and saw Lou Vuitto. Back in the day, Irv Cass.
Yes,
yeah.
he is. Yeah.
I mean, Irv Cass, he's known as an MC now, but like, he was the guy.
Okay.
I mean, Irv was the guy that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Irv was like, he was the one. Like
Yeah.
everyone was like, there he is. There's Irv Cass.
Because
that
I
type
think
of
I
thing.
know him as Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
he does
like
Tom Jones
I
now.
think of Tom Jones
Yeah.
when I think of
Yeah,
it. So
but
that's
Irv
cool.
won the world championship
Oh, wow.
in '99.
Wow. So you've pretty much been doing the Elvis tribute thing since high school. So
Since
like,
high
because I was
school.
gonna say, was there like a career path you were gonna do before that? So you were gonna be a band director.
Yeah, I wanted to teach high school music and band and marching
crazy.
band. I
Yeah.
wanted to write drill and all of that.
That is
and
awesome.
then this Elvis thing just started taking off, and I was like, well, I'll never forget it. I had a conversation with Mr. Dingus, my band director, and I said, because I respect him so much and his opinion, and he was like, Dwight, I wouldn't say this to many students. He was like, but in your case, I think you should do it. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Well, I think one thing that like has always fascinated me with the Elvis tribute artists is how do you go about it? Like you are trying to, mimic the moves. You're trying to mimic the voice. Like, how do you become an Elvis tribute artist?
The singing part of it is what come easiest to me.
Okay.
Of course.
Because of being in music band.
Right.
I already had that thing.
Okay.
Everything else was just a learning experience.
So to like get the like tone and stuff, did you literally sing along with Elvis, and then did you record yourself and then listen back to
I would
yourself?
do. I would do the thing where you hit record the tapes where you hit record and play it. And I would make little recordings and just me and my guitar.
Now,
I
what
learned
about
a
the
couple
dance
chords.
moves?
The dancing and stuff is probably for me the hardest part.
Yeah,
just
I can
because
imagine.
Elvis when Elvis moved, it was very natural.
Right.
It wasn't and not I'm not knocking anybody or anything, but like Elvis didn't try.
Right.
Elvis was Elvis.
Yeah,
right.
We have to really try to do this, but yeah, the dance moves are probably the hardest thing for me to try to get down.
I'm just guessing you all probably have to like study hours and hours of his concert footage,
Right.
even like the movies, kind of trying to get down how he walks, how he stands, all
Right.
that stuff.
And there's so much footage of Elvis in the 70s, so that part is, anyone can find that.
Yes.
But the guys that have it hard are the 50s guys, because aside from Ed Sullivan and the TV appearances, there really isn't that much stuff out there,
Right.
on
Yeah,
Elvis
true.
the 50s.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
So it's but yeah, I mean, what better teacher than Elvis,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, because I feel like, we always talk about like Elvis was almost 3 different artists, 3 different people.
Absolutely.
The 50s, 60s, 70s Elvis are all different.
Right.
So being like a tribute artist, because I know you've done all 3 eras, like what is your favorite era to do, and what do you find to be the most difficult?
Okay, so like I said, the singing like Elvis thing came very natural for me. My tone, thank God, is in that same range of Elvis. So I don't try, like I don't do anything extra to sound like Elvis. Like when I'm singing, you know, let's say a Garth Brooks song, there's always a hint of Elvis in there, just because it's in my natural
That's your
sounding
tone as
tone.
well.
You know, where were we going with this? I forget what we were talking
I'm
about.
talking about the different eras. Of
Oh yeah,
Elvis,
yeah.
Like,
But it changes from time to time. Like my favorite to sing is that really pretty '60s stuff, like the song we did in the Apple commercial.
Yes.
His voice in "Are You Lonesome Tonight" is my favorite recording of Elvis. Or Elvis at his best or whatever, but vocally, I mean, come on, How Great Thou Art, CBS special. He was nailing every note. You know,
Yes. So true.
almost operatic. You know.
Yeah.
Well, now as far as the whole world, because y'all, there is a world. Like the whole Elvis tribute artist is its own universe, and if you know about it, you know about it. I mean, it's awesome, y'all. It is. If you're a true Elvis fan, I don't know how you couldn't be an Elvis tribute artist fan. But you've been in, you say, 30 years. How do you feel like it's changed from when you first started to now? Because I almost feel like there's 3 generations.
Right.
So I think there's like the OGs, like Eddie Miles and all that, and then you and Jay and Dean and all them came along, and now there's like a little bit younger, like Cody and Emilio. Like, what do you see in these 30 years has changed about the world in ETAs?
Okay, so back then it was a little more. How am I going to say this? It was more loose. It was more like we're just going to go out there and have fun, entertain, and sing some Elvis songs. It's evolved now. I mean, these guys are, watching every little thing that Elvis did. You know, he moved during this song this certain way, and he would turn to the left on this song, whatever. So it's more meticulous now. Like these guys are really, on top of it.
Well, it seems like, that I think a lot of people, and maybe back in the day, it was more like, okay, maybe I'll work in a little theater at, near my hometown, or maybe I'll do a few shows. But now, you all have full-blown careers. I mean, you all are you are living the life of rock stars. I mean, traveling the world. I mean, this is your full-time job for a lot of the ETAs.
Right.
I mean, this is how you're doing it.
I mean, on a busy year, I'll do 120 dates a year. I mean, just traveling everywhere. I mean, we played in Japan, Australia, all over Europe. And it's just, I would have never dreamed that, I would be doing this. I mean, traveling the world, singing my favorite entertainers' songs. And, because I think that's an important part of, like you said, we have to love this person, just like the Elvis fans who are watching. I'm an Elvis fan, I don't think I'm Elvis. I've never, talked like, I recorded this song back, that's I just love Elvis, and most of these guys that perform a tribute to Elvis, they're just Elvis fans. And this is the way we show our love for the music Elvis gave us.
Well, that's what's great about you guys is because, I mean, you try your best in that moment on stage to give the fans a little glimpse of Elvis, but then off stage, you're just Dwight.
Yep, I'm just an Elvis fan,
Dwight.
and I that's it. We're just Elvis fans having fun.
Yeah. Where has been your favorite place to perform? Your favorite city or
I have
country?
so many places that I played that I love. Japan is you truly feel like you're in a whole different world there. It's so much fun, and the food is delicious and so nice. I mean, the fans there are super nice.
That's amazing.
Some of them told us one time when we were there that they learned to speak English because they wanted to know what Elvis was singing.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is
so like,
really cool.
it's like just because they wanted to know the emotion and what the words meant.
That's amazing.
But we play all over Europe. Holland is one of my favorite countries to play. We play Amsterdam. In Amsterdam, it's always a blast.
And you were telling us before this, I don't think people realize, because we always talk about you guys and how y'all are some of the hardest working people in show business. And you were just saying, tell them what you were saying when you did the tours, how many shows you're doing in a row.
Oh yeah. We will do when we're over in Europe. We'll do sometimes. I think we did 35 shows one year in just a matter, 40 days or something. Yeah, it's
unbelievable.
But it's so much fun. I mean, we have a ball over there, and our tour producer's name's Arjun Deelan, and tour that we do is called the Elvis Concert, and we have people that worked with Elvis every year. So like for the past, I don't know, maybe 10 years, we've had Bob Lanning, who really no one knew about Bob Lanning. This guy was a drummer who played on, to me, the greatest Elvis live album ever, the Elvis on Stage album, recorded in 1970. It's got, you know, the version of The Wonder of You that went straight to the top of the charts. He's the drummer on that record.
Wow.
Ronnie Tutt, I guess, had to take off a certain amount of time. God rest his soul.
I love him.
Yeah, but Bob Lanning was a 21-year-old kid that got the job, and those records are some of my favorite. So we've had Bob Lanning past 10 years or so, and Jim Murray of the Imperials has been with us for about 6 or 7 years, I believe.
Yeah.
And we've had different people. Eddie Graham, the percussionist who you can hear him like playing the little bells and stuff in Walk a Mile in My Shoes.
Yeah.
He's all through That's the Way It Is. He's in that movie. But we've had different.
So you're kind of meeting your heroes a little bit.
Yeah,
You're kind of getting, it's like a
telling you.
really special thing.
It is.
I was gonna say, like, I'm sure in this 30 years of doing the Elvis tribute artists, you've had to meet so many different people in the Elvis world, in the music world. Who's probably your most favorite person you've met?
Oh my gosh.
I know we're putting you on the spot.
I know.
There's been so many. I mean, and I've become friends with these guys. I mean, so I know them. I know them. I always tell them this. I know you because you worked with Elvis, but I love you because you're you. You know. I mean, these people have become like my friends. You know. Jim Murray of the Imperials. If you don't like that guy, that's a you problem. That ain't a you problem. Bob Lanning. I mean, we have a ball. All these guys.
So
you know, I've worked with the Jordanaires. The original Jordanaires. I mean, like when Gordon Stoker was with them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we did a show at the Peabody for the Marion Cock benefit dinner. Yeah, I did that several times. But you know, the Stamps, I've sang with those guys.
That's amazing.
DJ Fontana, I probably did 20 shows with DJ through the years.
That's amazing.
God bless him, man. Talk about a nice guy as well.
Yeah.
DJ was just the cream of the crop. You know?
Yeah. And I think that also says a lot about Elvis. You know, when you're meeting these people that were associated with him, worked with him, friends of his, and you see what good people and how nice they are, it kind of like also speaks to
surround
Elvis.
yourself with people that you want to be around.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I'm going to steer it a little bit away from Elvis because you all know me. I adore Elvis, but I adore tribute artists in general. I mean, my favorite thing if I go to Vegas is to go see, and they call them impersonator shows there.
Legends in concert.
This man, you all, he is and I'm gonna stake it right here, world renowned, #1 top Elton John tribute artist of the world. You can bring me, and y'all go ahead, bring me anybody else that you think this man is unbelievable as Elton John. Yeah. Heather and I we'd heard about, he's legendary really. We'd heard about him for years, about his Elton John. We got to see it, last year or the year before? It was a year or two ago. I am telling you, I can't brag enough on this man. If you do one thing after this, go to YouTube and look up Dwight Icenhower as Elton John. I'm telling y'all. So just tell me a little bit about that. How you prepare for it, all that.
I'm a huge, mega fan, Elton John. I've seen him 116 times in concert. Saw him 12 times one summer. Yeah, I'm an Elton John nut. I know all the rare, albums, but I just love Elton, man. His music does something, like Elvis,
Right, yeah.
The performing Elton John took some convincing, because I'm not a piano player. I mean, I play a little bit, but Elton is a master musician.
Yeah, right.
But I'll never forget, I was singing karaoke at a bar in Omaha, Nebraska, and the promoter, we were in town doing an Elvis show, and at karaoke, I never sing Elvis at karaoke, because, I sing Elvis all the time. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to try an Elton John song. So I think it was like Tiny Dancer or one of those, sing-along songs, And the promoter was like, you got to do this. Like, you have to buy a suit, sit behind the piano and act like, and we'll do a show. Yeah. It's like, okay. So I went to a Party City store or something. I put together this crappy, really bad Elton John
Yeah.
outfit. I look like Willy Wonka. I dressed in this outfit one time, and I went to Disney World because they have like Halloween night. So I dressed as Elton John. Everyone kept coming up to me going, Willy Wonka, like the Johnny Depp version, because I had this big black hat on. It was a horrible costume. I had like the bad wig. I did look like Willy Wonka.
Now, is it more difficult then to perform as Elton than Elvis?
Yeah, because vocally, Elvis is more of my
More
voice.
yourself, okay.
Yeah. Elton John, in the 70s, he could sing through the roof. His range was from here to here.
Now, do you ever do shows where you do Elton and Elvis?
Yeah.
Really?
I actually have a short residency at a theater that we're doing in January. I'm doing 3 shows back to back.
In
And it's
Florida?
called The King Meets the Queen. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Y'all, that's the show for
guys
me.
gotta come
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say.
kidding.
I was
If I
gonna
could
say,
see
that's
you do
incredible.
Elvis and Elton John, I would stop.
But that's
Yeah.
just what blows me away about you and how like your talent is like limitless and endless, because the fact that you can nail Elvis and are so great at it, but then you can turn right around and do somebody like Elton John
Yeah.
and do it so brilliantly. I'm just like,
Well, and I'll say a lot of the guys
Blown
can.
away.
A lot of the ETAs, y'all are great at impersonations.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well, and not just that,
Like,
but
just
all their
fun,
talent
like,
goes
yeah.
beyond everything. Like, not just that, but like you guys can all sing. You can sing a bunch of different styles of music.
Right.
A lot of you can play instruments and stuff. So it's like your talent beyond just being able to do Elvis is amazing.
Yeah, and it's we all obviously love Elvis.
Yeah.
But we are also huge fans of other types of music, and so we just
Yeah.
like to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I
Okay.
also think, ties you all right back in with Elvis, because we all know Elvis loved music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the thing about him. He loved so many different genres, so many different artists, and he was constantly always listening to the up and comers, the
Right.
newest hits, the greatest things, and trying to like find his own way in each of those
Right.
like genres and stuff. So
Yeah, and Elvis was so good at taking a song like Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
You listen to Neil Diamond's version, and which is great,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
he's Neil Diamond. But then you listen to Elvis, and it's like totally reimagined, and then it becomes an Elvis song. It's
Exactly.
like when
Yeah.
I think of Sweet Caroline, I just think of Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
But he had a
Me too.
way of doing that. It's like, and I don't think he did it on purpose. Like he
No.
didn't want to go, make everyone. This is an Elvis song now,
Yeah.
but you just love it.
Yeah.
When you hear, whatever. Trying to think of another song what song was that? I just heard it the other day. The first time ever I saw your face. You listen to the Roberta Flack version, and then
Yep.
you hear what Elvis did with that. It's like, that's
Now
an
it's
Elvis
his.
song. It's
Yeah,
an Elvis
Elvis
song.
is
you know?
now. Yeah.
Well, speaking about Elvis and the different genres, because one thing we definitely wanted to talk about is also how like creative you guys are at like the shows and stuff. So Dwight just did a Vegas stint performing at the International Hotel, but he did a brand new show, and I want you to talk about it, where he called it the 88 Comeback Special.
That's right.
And it was basically visioning Elvis as if he had lived to 88, and if he had recorded some of those current like 80 songs and stuff, how would they sound Elvis singing it?
Yeah.
This show is something that we've been wanting to do for a long, long time, and I was teetering back and forth, because I didn't know if the fans were going to, it was going to be too taboo for the fans,
Right.
which I get, I
know.
understand that,
Right.
but you just had to use your imagination. You had to let all that go. I mean, we obviously know that Elvis Presley passed away August 16th, 1977. Yeah, so we got our own
I know,
background music.
right?
So, but yeah, the 88 comeback, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You just have to use your imagination and imagine. We all wish Elvis had lived. I mean, that's more than anything. I mean, I would have loved that if we could say, he's here.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going to be here this tonight or whatever. But that's not what happened. Elvis passed away, and we all wish he was here. But wouldn't it be nice had he lived? I mean,
Yeah.
what would he have sang? What would he have looked like?
Right.
Yes.
What would his style had become? What kind of songs would he have recorded? you know, and so this was our vision. Me, Jay Dupuis had a huge part in this.
Yes.
We would be on the phone for hours throwing ideas. So it was really myself, Jay Dupuis, and Jason Sherry's brain. This was our brainchild, you know, this thing. And we just, for months, I mean, me and Jay was on the phone. Hey man, look at this. Like, what do you think we could do for a Rich Girl by Hall & Oates? You know,
I
like we
love
did
it.
that song.
Yeah.
We did Hollywood Nights by Bob Seger. Like
The Kenny Rogers song.
the
that you
Kenny
did.
spot
She
on.
Believes in Me.
Yeah.
Spot on.
I'm like, if there was ever a song Elvis should have recorded,
Yes.
and it was already set up to be an Elvis song. We didn't change anything.
Yes.
We played that arrangement, and it sounded like Solitaire, like
Yes.
Elvis's
Yes.
version of Solitaire.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have to do much to that, but like, it was just all of these songs that when you hear them on the radio, you go, man, Elvis should have, like, I wish
Yeah.
Elvis could have been around to record that, you know. So this is what that show is. It was called Elvis, the 1988 comeback special.
Yes.
And
And I'll
Please,
give a little plug.
go-
It's on YouTube. Heather and
Yes.
I have already watched it like 2 or 3 times.
Do yourself a favor and go watch it, because literally
It's
it was
unbelievable.
like the most brilliant idea, because I feel like we're all always, you know, how it was and what was,
Right.
but like being able to think like how it could have been,
Right.
and what could have been.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like this show answered that question. It was like,
I'll
you know,
tell you something really cool. And like they said, we did it on the stage that Elvis performed close to 700 shows on. And I was so nervous. Because I didn't know how the Elvis fans were
gonna
going
receive
to
it.
react. In 30 years of doing this, I've never had such a positive reaction from a show. We had, and this is, it sounds funny to say this, but I had grown men coming out of the theater in my line to shake my hand, and they were crying. Some of the ladies were telling me that they felt like they actually got closure with Elvis's death because of this concert, because we built it as like Elvis's '88 comeback, but it was also his farewell. Like he was going to retire after this.
Wow.
In my world, he was going to
Right.
retire.
Yeah.
You know, so we closed the whole show with "I Will Always Love You" by Dolly Parton, because
Perfect.
Elvis wanted to record that. We all know that story. But before I sang it, I said this thing like, you know, basically, thank you to the fans. I said, you know, I've had many ups and downs, and then I said, I honestly at one point didn't think I would make it out of the 70s, you know.
I want you
And-
to start crying.
Yeah.
Heather and I, we
I
teared
was
up in the
like-
car.
Yeah, and like people, when I said that, I just saw people like cover their, you know,
Yes.
cover their
Yes.
faces, and
I've got goosebumps.
it
y'all.
was, you
I've
know,
got
and
goosebumps.
I never do shows where I say I'm Elvis, but
Right.
for that one I had to,
Right.
because it was more of a, not a play, but
It was like a musical.
Yeah.
You were like,
Right, a musical, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to get out of my own head in that sense, because it was very, I just don't like referring to myself as Elvis,
Right,
because
yeah.
there'll never be another Elvis.
But I'll tell you this, you were spot on. I told
Yeah.
her that. I said, hey, please close your eyes. I had never heard you do like the Elvis dialect, like just speaking. I guess because you don't do it.
Right.
And I said, you were spot on. You were it was like listening to Elvis. Like I felt like I was listening to Elvis. It was unbelievable.
Thank you.
But what a great idea too, because
Yeah.
like you said, I mean, I find myself as an Elvis fan, you know, when I go back and like switch the radio on, you know, Sirius, and I'm listening to like some 80s songs or 90s songs, I hear sometimes and I think like, oh man, Elvis would have been so good singing that song.
I know. I mean,
You know?
aside from Elvis not being with us, I mean, the obvious, you know, but just, we were so, what's the word I'm looking for? That we did not get to hear Elvis past the 70s.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there were so many great songs in the 80s, 90s, you know,
Yeah.
who knows what Elvis would have done.
Exactly.
We'll never know, but
We'll never
you know,
know.
in my world, I picked the songs that I thought Elvis would have recorded. you know.
That's so you just thought about it and I think Elvis would do this.
Yeah.
What was your favorite one to perform?
Okay, so my favorite one that we did in the '88 comeback special was 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad by Meatloaf.
And you said
most-
Vicky gave you that one, right?
Vicky, yes, Vicky is the world's biggest Meatloaf fan. I mean, I'm
Okay.
telling
I
you,
love that.
she loves Meatloaf, the singer.
I love
She was like, "You got to do a Meatloaf song," and I'm like, "Okay," you know, because you know, Meatloaf was very a lot of theatrics.
Theatrical,
in
dramatic,
his-
yeah.
rock opera, you know. And when I heard, I've always loved 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad, and I was thinking, how would Elvis have sang this song?
Right.
You know, and it's right in the right range and everything. We honestly didn't have to do much to that song of the arrangement of it.
Yeah.
But the EAS band was phenomenal that night.
Yeah.
They took these songs, and I told them, I said, take liberties with this music. Like, if you hear a Ronnie Tutt fill in your head, play it. You know, I want this to sound like Elvis's band playing these songs.
Almost like Elvis produced it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was so much fun, though. As soon as I walked out and I saw the reaction of, we opened with Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love. And it was so much fun. As soon as I said, the lights are on, and the lights came on, and everyone was just like, oh my, and I knew from that moment, like 90% of the audience was already, they loved it from the beginning. Because we set it up in a way that I think would come off very heartfelt. Because the one thing I wanted to make sure not to do was offend Elvis fans. I did not want them to go, what is this? 88 comeback? Like, is this a typo? You know? Like, oh, come on. But we told the story in the beginning. It said that the show you are about to see is 100% fantasy, but a fantasy we all wish we could have seen. You know.
Yes.
And then it tells the story about how Elvis decided to get healthy, and he took 11 years off. And then now he's back. He's coming back for one more thank you to his fans, and it's the 88 comeback special. You know.
I think you got something there. I'm telling you, I think you're going to have to tour with it, or maybe perform it here.
I think we are. I think we are going to start doing more shows. So.
Well, you got to do a lot at the Westgate. I mean, you all were touring. We were just talking about it earlier.
Like
You
as
were
a massive,
tour guide.
as a massive Elvis fan, like that had to be a highlight for you,
Oh, my
performing on
gosh.
that stage and just tell a little bit about that. What you were telling us.
The first time I ever stepped foot on that stage was when they were giving out the Heart of the King Awards. It was a big award show they did there, and they presented me with the Heart of the King trophy on that stage years ago. But now to be able to go there and do shows on that stage, and we actually use Elvis's dressing room, like they have this, like Elvis had a bed installed in his dressing room because sometimes he would do 3 shows a day. He would do an 8 o'clock, a midnight, and then he sometimes would throw in like a 3 a.m. show for the hotel staff.
Oh my gosh.
Because they were working during his show. They didn't get to see Elvis. So he was like, we got to do a show for all the casino people, you know? So all the workers would come to his 3 a.m. show. So he had a bed put in, and that bed is the original bed is still there, and his barber chair that he had put in the dressing room is still there.
Did you touch it?
I sat in it to do my hair and makeup.
Did you touch the bed? Did you lay in
Oh
it?
there's pictures of me and Ben Thompson.
I love that.
I love that.
That would be
I would
me.
have been there too.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I would have done that exact
But
same
you
thing.
know, I was for everyone watching, I was telling the girls here that when you're at the Hilton and you step backstage, it's like stepping back into 1970. Like all that classic footage that you see of Elvis walking the hallways and getting ready to go up. The elevator's exactly the same. I mean, it's like you're in a time warp.
It's like when you walk into Graceland.
Yeah,
You're just in a little like time capsule.
Exactly.
Like you're back in Elvis's world.
Yep, that's exactly how the Westgate now is. That's how it feels, you know.
Well, I really hope, because we've talked, all of our audience knows, because we talk about it all the time, how we wanted to go. We missed it this year. We're really hoping that you all do it next year.
I think it's in the works. Probably June, July. I mean, it's
so
kind of in talks right now. But yeah, if you get a chance, please come out. You will not regret it. It's the Tribute Festival Rocks production, Jason Sherry management, and it's really something. It's
amazing.
a 5-day celebration of Elvis in Elvis's house. You know, musical house.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't want you showing up to Graceland. We're playing in the living room.
I know. We'll provide all the links to this stuff too, because y'all, and I keep, the comments are flying by, and I keep having people going, when's he coming here? When's he coming there? What are tickets for this? And so we'll answer all of your questions. Heather and I go back and answer every comment, and I'm sure you'll
you
answer
girls
some.
are very good at that.
And that's the thing about Dwight and them. Like, literally, keep an eye on all of their Facebook pages and stuff, because literally, he is constantly touring everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
Literally.
Let's talk about
He is
the
everywhere.
VIP weekend.
Yeah, how did that start?
Yeah,
The
how
Dwight
did it
VI
start?
okay.
Yes,
Like,
let's
that's
So-
the coolest thing.
I used to do, me and Vicky and another guy, Dave Thompson, we used to promote this show called the Shake, Rattle, and Soul Fest. And we had this in a 5,000-seat arena in Sarasota. It's where Ringling Brothers originated.
Oh, wow.
So they used to do all their rehearsals in the, in this arena. So we started doing the Shake, Rattle, and Soul Fest. And it got to be too much. I mean, it was too much to 5,000-seat arena.
Yeah.
It cost, $500 an hour for the air conditioning.
Oh,
it was getting really
wow.
expensive. So I was like, you know what? I want, and this was a multi-artist. There was myself. We would always have Robert as James Brown. It was a big thing.
Big production.
And I said, how would a Dwight VIP weekend go over? And it's all Dwight.
I love it.
Because people would come to the Shake, Rattle, and Soul Fest and they would go, we loved it, but we wanted more Dwight. And I'm like, well, let's do a whole weekend of Dwight. So, yeah, the Dwight VIP weekend. It's held in my hometown, Winter Haven, Florida, where we live. And this year, or 2026, it's actually March 13, 14, and 15.
Oh, it's in March.
Yeah, so it gives me a couple extra months to promote and
Absolutely.
But it's a very intimate event. Like I wanted it to be set up to where every person, I can talk to everybody. I can go around, because it's not just concerts. I mean, we do like events during the day, like fun little things, we did, what did we do? One year we did like a Dwight game show, and we had a big screen, but it was like kind of set up like Family Feud or something.
Yeah.
But like, we have so much fun.
Yeah.
It's basically a Dwight cruise on land. Is what
I love
Yeah.
that.
So
I
it's
love
like
that.
just hanging out, eating together, having a great time.
It's like Dwight Week.
Yeah,
Like,
Dwight
we got
Week.
Elvis
I like
Week.
that. Yeah.
Got Elvis Week. We got Dwight Week
That's
in March.
perfect. Well, because I don't know if y'all saw it, but we loved it too. You had your Eisenhower
The
on
Dwight
YouTube.
Icenhower.
Listen,
Yeah.
So great.
so good.
That was Vicky's creation.
Well, it was great, and y'all did little like trivias and game shows and fun. And I just, when I saw that, I was like, I bet this is what the VIP weekend is like.
It is.
I bet that's like a little
it's very
taste
much,
of it.
yes, it's
Yeah.
very much like that. And the Dwight Icenhour came about during COVID because we were on lockdown.
Yeah, I remember that.
We couldn't do shows for the longest time. I'm like, we got to stay relevant.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
what are we going to do? And Vicky was like, let's do like an old time
I loved
variety
it.
show.
It was so good.
was
we
so
were
good.
Holly and I were hooked. We
Yeah,
were like,
we
that was
watched
one of
every
our like
episode.
COVID obsessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's funny because Vicky did it well, and sometimes she would appear in them.
Yeah.
And those were always like our highest.
Yeah.
Oh, because y'all are
Yeah,
so
when you guys
fun
did
together.
your, like, I think you guys did like a Halloween one. You like
Yeah.
dressed up.
Yeah, during
So
during
great.
Halloween
So
time,
good.
every episode we would do a different character.
Yeah.
And our Jerry, God rest his soul, our little boy Jerry.
No, Jerry.
The ones that he was on were the ones that really went through the roof. People,
I mean,
yeah,
come
they
on.
would start Jerry.
That's so
But,
funny.
he was the star of it.
That's
But,
so hilarious.
But yeah,
Love
it
that.
got us through COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, and people would like, because they knew I couldn't work. So it was like, you go from doing 120 shows a year to nothing.
Yeah.
Like $0 coming in,
Yeah.
So people were so generous at that time.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
wonderful.
they would like start sending PayPal, and
That's
so
wonderful.
that show got us through COVID.
That's
during
awesome.
That time. So,
That's amazing. Well, you are one of the hardest working men in the
Seriously.
ETA world.
Yeah.
One more, just as if he doesn't have enough on his plate, as if he's not doing enough shows, he has started another project, which might turn, I don't know if anything will ever top Elton John in my eyes, but this might turn into my favorite project, because you all know I love classic country music. Tell us all about your classic country
The
adventure.
Lonesome Cowboy Strangers.
Lonesome
Coming to a venue
Cowboys.
near you. It's our new band. My good friend Carl Brady Chalk, who is our lead guitar player on the European tour, the Elvis concert tour. Sean Bryant, guy I've known 20 plus years, one of my great friends. He's the bass player. Shane Henthorn from Ohio, that's my bass player in my Promised Land band.
Okay.
My original band,
Very cool.
Promised Land band. He's playing steel guitar. And drummers, we're kind of like, we don't have one right now, but We will in our first show. But yeah, the Lonesome Cowboy Strangers, we're going to be playing all classic country.
Oh,
And when I say classic country, I'm not talking Tim McGraw
Yeah.
and that stuff. I'm talking Buck Owens. I'm talking Willie Nelson. I'm talking Farron Young.
Yeah.
All of these great, great classic
The good stuff.
artists.
Country was country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to do, y'all are going to find this so much fun because we're going to do a little rapid fire in a minute. But I wanted to, before we get all funny and do rapid fire, you know, like we said in the beginning, the ETA world, it's a little divisive in that within the Elvis world. There's a lot of haters, there are a lot of lovers, there are a lot of people that have no idea. But if you could sit down with all those people that maybe don't know the ETA world, have never seen one, or just don't like it, what would you have to say to them?
Just give it a chance. I mean, we're not curing cancer here. We're singing Elvis songs. None of us think we're Elvis. I think that's the biggest misconception.
Yeah.
Is people go, because I see it on the comments sometimes, even on my videos.
Yeah.
And, you know, wannabe. You know, who does this guy think he is? He'll never be, you know, anything like Elvis. And I know that. Like, you're not, you know.
You know.
Yeah, it's like we understand this. We know that Elvis is no longer with us, but we're Elvis fans just like you. I do not think I'm Elvis. I love Elvis just like you. I buy the records, I buy the CDs, I buy the downloads, I buy the movies. I'm an Elvis fan, you know, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. That doesn't support the tribute world. You know?
When I put you guys up against anybody any day, like
Absolutely.
I read a lot of the comments on even our videos we post of you guys and stuff, and you know, people will be like, you know, oh, well, they're just trying to be Elvis, or they think they're Elvis, or you know, they didn't do this move right, or they do this move and he didn't do that. Elvis never did that or looked like that. And I'm like, I will put any of those guys up against you all any day in their knowledge, their trivia, and their fandom of what you guys know of Elvis. And then also, you know, the thing that I love about the Elvis tribute world that I hope you all will open your minds and open your heart to Dwight and the ETAs is that, you know, I was not fortunate enough to ever get to see Elvis in person or in concert. Also, when you talked about touring like to Japan and stuff, Elvis never toured outside of the country. So he never got to go to England and Australia and Japan and places. So they never got to see Elvis. But for those moments that Dwight comes out and does his tribute to Elvis, for just that hour, it is like you're getting to see Elvis. You're getting to like live a little bit, a little glimpse of what it was like to have seen Elvis in concert. And they bring back so many memories and that magic, and they all have put so much effort and so much work into it, and you really see their love and their passion poured on that stage that I just don't see how after you leave that show, you wouldn't be a fan of theirs. Because it's amazing what these guys do, how hard they work, how much they love Elvis, and they want to just bring that legacy and that memory and that moment to all of us.
As you can tell, Heather hates
That's
the
perfect.
ETAs.
Yeah.
All right, rapid fire, y'all. So I'm going to give Dwight some questions.
All right.
The first are all
Here we go.
Elvis related. Rapid fire, first thing that comes to your
All
mind.
right. Let me see. Okay.
What is your favorite Elvis movie?
Favorite Elvis movie?
Yes.
Blue Hawaii.
Least favorite Elvis movie?
Clam Bake.
Favorite jumpsuit?
Crystal Flower.
Favorite song?
Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Favorite song to sing on stage?
Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Hardest, most difficult song to sing?
The Last Note of Trilogy. It's a vowel sound. Certain vowel sounds are hard to sing, to hit a note. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Now this is a little bit of fun, y'all, and we're just meaning fun with it. This is ETA rapid fire. So I'm going to give him a question. He has to answer with what ETA is most likely to do this. Which ETA takes the longest to get ready?
Jay Dupuis.
Which ETA is most likely to forget the words on stage?
Oh my gosh. Vic Trevino.
Who is most likely to fall on stage?
Vic Trevino.
If you were in a bar fight, which ETA would jump in and help you?
Jay Dupuis.
If you were in a bar, which ETA would start the bar fight?
Jay Dupuis.
Of all the ETAs, who's the most likely to spend a little time in jail?
That's a hard one. Ooh.
A night in the slammer.
Oh my gosh. I don't
That's
know.
okay. All right, we can come back to it.
Patrick Dunn.
All right.
No, not Patrick.
If you were stranded on the side of the road, which ETA would you call?
Jay Dupuy. He'd
If
come
you,
get me.
if you had to share a hotel room for a month with an ETA, which one would it be?
Jay Dupuy.
Okay. If you had to share a hotel room for a month, which is the least ETA it would be?
Victor Vino. Because I imagine he walks around naked all the time.
If you were stranded on a desert island for 6 months, who would you want with you?
ETA?
It can't be Vicky. It's
Yeah.
got to be an ETA.
Yes. Jay Dupuy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which ETA is the best at Elvis trivia?
Which ETA is the best at Elvis trivia?
Yeah.
Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh.
Me and Dean.
Okay. Yeah. I bet that.
Me and Dean we were on a cruise one time, and we had ETA trivia. Like we were the game show. It was like a game, like a Family Feud type thing.
Uh-huh.
And so it was down to me and Dean. Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
me and Dean
Wow. That's
we know just
amazing.
about all the trivia.
That's
yeah.
amazing. Okay. And last, who's the best at impressions? Like outside of Elvis, like who's the best at just impress? You know,
Just doing impressions.
Just flat out impressions. Yeah.
I'm gonna say me again because everyone comes to me to impersonate. Like they know that I impersonate the other ETAs.
I was gonna say, do you
I can
impersonate
do,
each
like,
other?
Okay,
you know,
do one.
Yes.
Okay, because we hear that you're like the man of a million voices.
Okay, so Jay Dupuy, I can do Jay pretty
Okay,
good.
okay.
So Jay's very, intense. He's very, he loves Elvis so much.
Yeah, he
Jay
does.
Dupuy does. So he's very critical on himself. You know, he like Jay really likes for me to come, like when he's getting ready to do a show, I always go down and get him pumped up,
Yeah.
And so he'll be like, "Hey, bro, how's my hair look, bro?" Jay, you say bro a lot. You're getting better at it. You don't say it as
This
much.
though, this has followed him.
But bruh. Hey, bruh. Robert Washington. I'm really good at Robert.
Okay.
So, hey, Dwight, I'm be down Bill Street. Come down and see me. Me and Dina.
So good.
So
So good.
I raised that boy. Yeah. That's
All
what
right.
he always tells people. I raised that boy.
I'm gonna try to stump you.
Okay.
Cody Danath, do you have one of him?
Cody's hard because Cody's got many different voices. I don't really know what Cody's actual voice is.
Okay.
Because sometimes he'll call me up and he'll be like, "What's up, Foxy Mama?" like he's got this Jim Carrey thing sometimes, and then he's like, "Hey man," like that's the voice I get
That's
mostly.
hilarious.
Can you do Dean Z?
Dean, I can do. Let me see. Dean's hard because, Dean's just got a great speaking voice. So it's. I don't know if I can do Dean.
I'll tell you the best one.
How about
we ever-
David Lee? Oh, I feel like you'd probably do a good David Lee.
I don't know. David's tough too. Throw another one at me. Let's see.
Okay. You may not know because he's your Emilio Santoro.
No, I can't do Emilio, but I will. I want to say this though. Emilio, Vicky asked me the other day. She was like, "Is there any new tribute artists that you're excited about, like that you really like, you enjoy watching them?" And I said Emilio. Yeah, Emilio. We were talking earlier about what songs I like. I love singing those really pretty '60s songs that Elvis did, and Emilio's so good at that.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy Emilio.
What about Sean Clush?
I love Sean. Can I impersonate
Yeah.
Sean? Well, my favorite thing to hear Sean say, and we do it a lot, like when we're taking pictures with the fans and stuff, like for the photo ops and things like that. He'll do this thing where he'll go, don't stand next to me. I'm a really big star. Like he always says that. So every time I call him, or I'll be like, hey, is this the really big star? You know.
I love that. That's what I also love about the tribute world is that you guys are also like a family and a brotherhood.
Yeah, I mean.
Like things, you know, like things like this could get so catty,
Right?
You know, but like I feel like you guys are so like supportive of each other because you all have your own little like niche. You all have your own like things that stand out about you, songs that you know you're great at or whatever. But
Right.
it's like a brotherhood.
Absolutely. Yeah, some of my best friends in the world, Jay Dupuy, Robert Washington, Ted Torre, all these guys. Yeah, we become like because we see each other a lot, so it is like a big family reunion when we're all together, especially Elvis week because we're all here.
Oh, yeah.
So.
You did so good. You're going to get an A+ because he was the very first one. I threw these at him.
There you go.
Very first one. But well, we want to end this on a great note. Heather had a good question for you that we wanted to end it with, and then
Okay.
So I want to know if you had 5 minutes to spend with Elvis, what would you say to him, or what would you ask him?
I would say, slow down, take better care of yourself. We all want to see you in years to come.
Dwight, that is the best answer. That brings a tear to my eye. That is such a good answer.
I mean that's really what we all want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I would have said, thanks for Jailhouse Rock. Or, I think I would, try to be a friend to, to him.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, Dwight,
Yeah,
let me tell everybody first and foremost, you all, by the end of this, I know, love this man. It is Dwight Icenhower on Stage is his Facebook. He also has a YouTube. Is it just Dwight Icenhower?
Dwight Icenhower, yeah.
He has an Instagram.
Yeah, Dwight Icenhower, ETA.
ETA. You all go follow, like, and subscribe. This video, if you have any friends that are on the fence about ETAs or just want to know more about Dwight, share this video with all your Elvis loving friends. Like, comment. We are going to read the comments. If there's anything burning, we will tell Dwight. Because there's already been people like, where can I get a ticket to this? Where can I see this? Where can I do that?
And that's the
so
thing.
We'll let you know.
Please, we encourage you, and we always do.
Yeah.
If Dwight is coming to your hometown
Yes.
or your state or your country, just go see him.
Or even a couple of hours away, it's worth the drive.
Go see him because I'm telling you, there is no way you will not leave that show thoroughly entertained and have a whole new love and appreciation for Dwight and the Elvis tribute artist world.
Thank
Absolutely,
you.
yeah.
And like they were saying earlier, if you're an Elvis fan, come hear his music live. Performed by a phenomenal band, a good singer, and we're all just out there loving the music. And that's that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
You just come, show up, and we'll do the rest.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll like it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that's what Holly and I with our Everything Elvis group and stuff that we try to do, and that's what the Elvis Tribute Artist is trying to do as well. We're all just trying to keep the legacy, bring the music of Elvis to new generations, new people, new fans all the time. And, what the tribute artists do during Elvis Week or throughout the year is celebrate that. They celebrate Elvis. They celebrate the man and the music and the legend, and they continue that.
Yeah. And none of us think we're Elvis. We're just fans like you. And this is the way we show our love of his music. So come out and see us.
Literally, some of the greatest people on earth, and that's the thing I wanted to say about you and Dwight's wife, Vicky, because we love them, is that not only is he a phenomenally talented guy and entertainer, but he is just a great guy and a great human being and a great ambassador for Elvis.
Yes.
And we thank you for what you do.
And thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
listen, this is only part one because I'm telling you, I could talk to this man for hours, and there's still so much more to talk about, but I'm not going to keep him because we've got the semifinals to go to. Dwight, please come back.
Yes.
Absolutely. I would love to.
We would love this.
I would
we
love
would
to.
love it. So we've had such a good time.
Yeah.
And I
know
the
you're
audience
busy,
has.
so we
I
can't thank you
know.
enough for giving
No,
a little bit of time to
I
us.
wanted to do
Absolutely,
this.
absolutely. We love you so much, and thank you so much. And thank you all for tuning in. Make sure if you're watching the replay, comment you're watching the replay, and share this with all of your Elvis loving friends. We will see you.
TCB.
Yes.
Bye.